Why isn't this knife attack in the news? Why aren't you doing a story on this?
I have no comment.
Call the police, they're on their way.
They're on their way? Okay, then.
Comment on that.
So, you are a news organization, and this seems kind of newsy to me. How you doing, sir?
Okay, who are you?
I'm David Menzies with Rebel News.
Why are you here?
I'm here to do a story on the knife attack that occurred on Tuesday.
There was no knife attack.
There was no knife attack. Okay, well, I reached out to police, and they say there was an incident.
Nope, not here. There was an incident, but it has nothing to do with anybody else but us. So
Was it a current or former employee?
No comment.
This sounds kind of crimey to me, given that the police got involved. Why wouldn't Catherine McDonald be filing a story on this?
There's no story to be told.
Because it's being covered up.
No, it's not being covered up.
Okay, well, what can you describe for me, sir, the incident?
Personal incident, that's all it was.
You see, if it was somebody wearing a MAGA hat, if it was some patriot in a pickup truck displaying a Canadian flag, oh, you want to bet that's going to lead Global News Toronto, their newscast. However, when it's allegedly one of their own, somebody within the media party acting badly, it's not a news item, it's a cover-up. David Menzies for Rebel News here in Toronto. Well, folks, I'm outside the Toronto headquarters of Global News. And can you imagine? We think we have stumbled upon a cover-up of a crime. Now, the details are very murky, but what we do know is that on Tuesday, there was allegedly an individual that came to Global News Toronto who may be an employee or an ex-employee. I've also heard from a source he might have been a current or former employee of Sportsnet, and he was brandishing a knife, and there was quite the commotion. Several Toronto police cruisers responded, as well as a paramedic. We have reached out for confirmation to the Toronto Police Service, and they say that, yes, there was an incident, but no charges were laid. Now, it's very odd, isn't it? Because we are living in a day and age where, well, if you go on to the Twitter account of Rachel Gilmore, journalists like her are being attacked on an almost a daily basis. I mean, as a matter of fact, I don't know why the flags are at half staff here at Global News. Is it for the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, or did Rachel Gilmore receive another nasty tweet? But in any event, she has complained about these attacks, and as I said earlier, that's all the attacks are. They're not physical attacks. They're just obnoxious, nasty tweets on social media. As well, last week, 48 journalism organizations and associations sent an open letter to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau demanding, well, not just funding, they already get that, but protection, both for their physical well-being as well as from, again, nasty tweets. So in other words, they want censorship. They're going to get their wish soon. The Justin Trudeau Liberals are hell-bent on censoring the internet. Now, this is very odd that here is an example, potentially, of an attack being carried out. I mean, a man with a knife, he obviously means business, and yet there's been no story about this. What's going on? This is a news organization. Now, I reached out to the news director, Murky, he, him, have not heard back. I've reached out to Catherine McDonald. She's the veteran crime reporter, because this sounds kind of crimey. She has not reached back. Of course, Rachel Gilmore, she's very big on the victim file. She hasn't reached back either. I did reach out to Rashima Govani. I basically received an email back that she can't comment on anything. So that is why we are here today, to pay a house call and find out what happened on Tuesday night and why this is not being reported. Let's see what we can find out. Oh, we're just here to see Murky Taggart, he, him.
And you are?
I'm David Menzies with Rebel News. And who are you, by the way?
Well, it stopped recording. Why are you guys recording me?
You're with Global News and you're worried about being recorded?
No, I don't understand why you recording me.
Were you here for the knife attack on Tuesday?
No.
Oh, okay. Do you know who it was?
I have no comments. I'm not
Oh, well, who are you exactly then? I just told you who I am.
I'm security guard here.
Oh, you're a security guard. Okay, can I see your security license?
Yes, I have it with me right now.
Okay, then.
I'm off. I'm gone now. I'm off.
You're gone.
He's taking over.
Oh, it's kind of like a line change in
Shift change.
a shift change. Okay, then. Hi, sir. How you doing? Were you here on Tuesday for the knife attack?
They
I'll
can't
be
talk.
back next year.
You can't talk. Oh, is English not your first language?
No, it's my third language.
Oh, okay. I wish I was trilingual. You know, is McKay, Taggart, he, him here?
Mackay Tiger?
Yeah. Never heard of him?
Not either.
You know, that sounds like an old-fashioned busy signal to me. I thought this was global news. I mean, they get millions of our tax dollars. Wouldn't they have the most latest tech imaginable? Hello? Okay, it says limit of 3. Who's going to call the police?
Nobody.
She said somebody's going to call the police. I said, who's going to call the police? She said,
What
nobody.
channel you guys are?
Rebel News, sir.
What is that? What
Uh,
is that?
Well, we give the other side of the story. We do actual journalism.
Yeah, but you have to make an appointment, sir.
Oh, I've emailed McKay, Taggart, he, him.
You don't look like a professional reporter.
I don't.
No.
Okay, well, that's very saddening to me. Hello there, sir.
Hello, sir.
How you doing there?
Good, how are you?
Good. We're looking for McKay, Taggart, he,
In
him.
the building today, sir.
He's not in the building? How about Catherine McDonald?
Not in the building, no.
Let's see, Rashima Govani?
She's not in the building, no.
Who is in the building?
Many people, but not the people you've mentioned.
I mean, it's only just after 3 o'clock. It's like it's a government organization.
Well, no, it's COVID.
COVID?
COVID, yes.
Okay.
We're still
I see.
operating under COVID conditions in this building.
Wow, are you really that afraid?
No.
You've got 2 masks on.
Thank you, yes. Yeah.
And are you afraid of maybe getting COVID from me or something like that? Or?
No. Not the-
So who
mandate for chorus that we wear masks when we're on the premises.
are you an employee of Chorus?
I am, yeah.
Okay then. Well, we're just trying to find out what happened on Tuesday. There was a knife attacker. I think that's more dangerous these days than COVID-19.
I can't comment on that.
No, were you here for the attack?
It's not, no.
No. Okay then. All right. Well, you know what we'd like to do is just hang around, speak to people. Maybe they eyewitnessed it, and because we're not.
You're on private property right now, and we'd ask you to leave.
Okay, but who are you?
I'm an employee here at Chorus.
A security?
No,
Okay. And what kind of employee then?
I'm the manager.
A manager. And what's your name?
Care not to tell you?
It's a pretty secretive organization. I mean,
No, not really. You're on private property though, and we ask you to leave.
yeah, but you receive taxpayer dollars to prop up this media organization, so maybe.
So can we ask you to leave, please?
Well, I've asked this gentleman. He said he's security, but he won't show me his license.
Well, would you leave, please, or we'll call the police and have you removed?
Well, I don't know who you are. I don't know even know if you don't even have
I
a.
don't know who you are.
My name is David Menzies, and I'm with Rebel News.
All right. Thank you for coming, and we can ask you to leave the property.
Okay, and who are you?
I'm an employee of Chorus.
You could be just a passerby. Can I see some ID?
No, sir.
Okay, then. So how do I know who you say you are?
How do I know who you are? And we're asking you to leave.
Here's my news flash. I can give you my phone number.
News flash too.
Really?
Certainly.
Okay, then. By the way, why isn't this knife attack in the news? Why aren't you doing a story on this?
I have no comment.
Call the police. They're on their way.
They're on their way? Okay,
I have no
then.
comment on that.
So, you are a news organization, and this seems kind of newsy to me. How you doing, sir?
Okay, who are you?
I'm David Menzies with Rebel News.
Why are you here?
I'm here to do a story on the knife attack that occurred on Tuesday.
There was no knife attack.
There was no knife attack. Okay, well, I reached out to police, and they say there was an incident.
Nope, not here. There was an incident, but it has nothing to do with anybody else but us. So
Was it a current or former employee?
No comment.
This sounds kind of crimey to me, given that the police got involved. Why wouldn't Catherine McDonald be filing a story on this?
There's no story to be told.
Because it's being covered up.
No, it's not being covered up.
Okay, well, what can you describe for me, sir, the incident?
Personal incident, that's all it was.
A personal incident?
That's
Okay,
all.
involving who?
I'm not telling you that. It's a personal incident, that's why.
Okay. But I'm curious if there was a weapon involved. You're claiming it wasn't a knife. And it was a personal
There was no
incident.
attack.
No attack.
No.
But there were police cruisers here. There was a paramedic here.
No comment.
And your name again, sir?
No comment.
No.
My name's
Wow.
not important.
Why is that?
Because I'm a building manager, I'm doing my job.
Okay then.
And I don't have to say anything to you about this at all. I'm surprised that you would come for this sort of a thing.
Well, we think it's a pretty major story.
It's not.
Rachel Gilmore is going on and on in social media about attacks against her. And,
Rachel Gilmore.
wow, you don't know?
No.
She's going to be really offended by that,
I
sir.
don't care. I don't care at all.
Well, she's quite the drama queen. She complains about attacks on her person, but by that she means mean tweets, not an actual knife man.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, you should come and work for us because this is not the place to be.
Hey, what are you paying?
No comment.
Yeah, no I'm kidding. Yeah, no, I think Lincoln prefers to get paid honestly as opposed to doing a direct withdrawal from the taxpayers.
And I don't have to get a vaccination to work.
And we don't have to wear face diapers. Well, there you have it, folks. No comment. In fact, we once again got the bum's rush from security and the building manager. But again, the question arises, why isn't this potentially deadly incident being reported as news? I mean, the journalists and journalist organizations that penned that open letter to Justin Trudeau last week, they're so concerned about violence, you think that this would lead the news, but no, it's being covered up. And their buddies in the media party industry, they're not reporting on it either. Now, it's interesting because let me quote one of the lines in that open letter to Justin Trudeau. Quote, first, many of the threatening emails use similar language, the language commonly used by domestic extremist groups, end quote. What's very odd about that, folks, is they don't say who the so-called domestic extremist groups are. I think they're talking about the freedom convoys, quite frankly. I think they consider those groups who are standing up for our rights and freedoms to be domestic extremist groups. And isn't that maybe the solution to this riddle here, why this story is being covered up by the mainstream media? You see, if it was somebody wearing a MAGA hat, if it was some patriot in a pickup truck displaying a Canadian flag, oh, you want to bet that's going to lead Global News Toronto, their newscast. However, when it's allegedly one of their own, somebody within the media party acting badly, it's not a news item, it's a cover-up. Well, folks, what can I tell you? Your tax dollars hard at work, yet again. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Well, folks, here we are reporting on a cover-up by Global News and their buddies in the mainstream media. You're not going to see this anywhere but Rebel News. If you can, please consider helping us out so we can continue to bring this kind of journalism to you. Please go to rebelinvestigates.com. That's rebelinvestigates.com. And if you're able to, chip in $1 or $3. We greatly appreciate your generosity, as always.